sharpening the Rotax. And that is, if it hasn't run in a few days, we spin the prop through a couple times, about 12 prop blades, and what it does is it brings the oil back up into the oil reservoir.
Okay.
Goes through the system back up, and then we check the oil level. So the oil might be a little low now, but what we do is we just bring it through. It's a direct drive type engine, so it starts like a car and stops like a car, which is kind of unnerving to people who are used to aircraft engines. Strobe, landing light, strobe position light on this side. We are good on those. Turn that off, and then I'll just do a walk around. So looking for the same thing I'm looking for in an airplane: any damage, any cracks, hanger rash. Looking at tire condition, right here, tire condition. Make sure the milk pant is on. Gear. Make sure there's no cracks in the welds, no cracks in the keel. Make sure that my rudder cable is tight, good and tight. Looking up, checking at the condition of my rotor head assembly. I'll crawl up on both sides. Control rods, make sure they're on good. Make sure none of my... So, you know, basically the most important thing is engine, my rotor. I want to make sure my control surfaces are all good. I have direct nose gear steering. So as I move my rudder, I'm seeing my nose gear move.
Is it differential braking?
Nope, no differential braking. There is one brake handle lever, like a motorcycle brake.
Okay.
It's on the front of my control stick. So I'll come around this way and I'll show you the cockpit. Throttle.
Okay.
Pre-rotator.
Okay.
Choke for the engine. So it's a Rotax, so it does have a choke lever for the first start of the day.
Okay.
Brake. Okay. Parking brake is just a liner lock. You just apply brake pressure. Parking brake's on.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
passenger ejector?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
let's do it.
Push to talk. Push to talk. So we'll go ahead and turn these on. This is rotor pressure. So we have trim on the rotor. Down trim, up trim, just like fixed wing.
Okay.
Nose down, nose up. Right now I have it in park. So I actually have the rotor on a parking brake. So what it's doing is it's trimmed it all the way forward to keep the rotor from hitting us in the head or dropping and hitting the tail or the prop. Okay, so it's a parking brake on the rotor. I've got fuel pressure gauge right here. Digital instrument with RPM, manifold pressure, oil temp, cylinder head temp, EGTs, whole 9 yards. Backup analog airspeed. Airspeed's also on this AV map, basically like a Dion clone. So airspeed, heading, and altimeter. I always zero out because we're flying rotor wing. So zeroed out to here, fly at 300 to 500 feet.
Okay, gotcha.
Instead of doing the math of, you know, minus 380 for field elevation. Radio, transponder, moving map GPS. Yeah.
What's it cruise at?
We cruise right at about 105, 110 miles an hour.
Okay, that's moving. So, I would have thought it would have been a lot slower. So
yeah, no, I mean happy speed's about 60.
Okay.
If you're going faster than that, you are in the yellow, and you do start to get some of this, which is the rotor telling you that you're going a little fast.
And like a helicopter, forward, back, left, right. You got over the rotor.
yeah. So we've got full rotor head. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off once again. So we control the rotor head. So if you look at the rotor head, right, left, right. We're not moving a control surface. We're moving the entire wing.
Okay.
Okay. Back. I've got the rotor brake on, so I can't go back and forwards, but back and forwards with the disc. So we're moving the entire disc when we fly. So this is a cyclic, like a helicopter. Difference is there's no collective over here. We're not changing the pitch of the rotor. We're adding power from our fixed pitch prop propeller to my engine. So in that regard, it's like an airplane. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Okay. The difference is instead of moving an aileron and moving a very small surface, we're moving the entire wing. So we've got a lot more maneuverability when we move. The other thing is the wing stays loaded at all times. Pre-rotation will take up to 200. So I'm gonna pre-rotate it up to 200. So what I'm going to do is when we start, I'm going to engage the pre-rotator when we're at the end of the runway. We're going to start the pre-rotator spinning. We're going to spin it up to about 200 RPM. So I'm going to be feathering a little bit of power as I have the pre-rotator. When I get to 200, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stick and I'm going to bring that rotor head back. we're going to stick back into our laps.
Okay.
That's going to make the rotor head come back. And now airflow is going to spin that rotor up at full speed. So I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to start adding power. Okay, we're going to feel that rotor load. We're going to feel that drag, and that nose wheel's going to start to come up because that rotor's now going to be pulling. That's just creating lift.
Okay.
That's creating lift this direction, and we're going this direction. Then I'm going to flatten that blade a little bit and basically do a soft field takeoff from an airplane.
Okay.
I'm going to get that nose about 6 inches off the ground, and we're going to go up into full power. Okay, and it's going to ride on the mains, the main wheel. We call it balancing on the mains in the gyro plane world. Nose up about 6 inches. She's ready to fly. She's going to lift right off. We're going to hold her in ground effect till we get to 60 and climb on out at 60.
Into the future.